Alright, what's up guys? F here. Welcome to the second official F editing competition. So for this competition, it was a single round elimination with no teams. So without further ado, let's get into the first edit. This edit is from fukozin. He said, I ain't competing, I'm sharing my non-hard work. I edit when I'm bored, or I don't need to code for others. So this guy's just sending in something on his free time. So that's nice.
Yeah, this guy's just here.
In this life, I gotta get rich, I can't be broke. I was asking favors, and everyone telling me no. Wait till the tables turn, we'll see who stays or goes. I don't wanna be outside, I need someone that can keep me home. Yo, I feel so close, but so far. Go home, I go hard, how can I stop when I come this far? I smile outside, deep down I'm scarred. They only see the results, the pain, they don't know the half. This part of my life's redemption, I see it, I want it, we get it. I still walk with God, but battling demons, and I can't let them. They say that they love me, but I still don't know their intention. I'm trying to live my dream, they're offering peas, I don't want to sell it. She only looked good in the edit.
Okay.
That
was something.
Well, obviously this does look like a montage to me more than an edit. The ending actually went harder than I thought it would. It actually fitted really well. In this case of you trying to display the clips more, I do think the CC is a bit over the top. The redness covers the clip too much. Some of the glows are a bit overexposed. I think it overall turned out pretty good. Yeah, just maybe fixing some of these visuals so that your edit can be overall cleaner.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. It's not a bad way to start off the competition. I agree with the CC and the glows especially. Some of the glows were just like straight up blinding, I'm not gonna lie. And the little transition to the real life clips, definitely wasn't expecting it. There was a point where I forget what the lyric was, but it lined up with the lyric really well. And then like it was like something about like performing or something like that. And then his YouTube videos were like on screen, his views, I guess. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It could have been a bit smoother, but I like the creativity. I like what he was going for. Overall, not bad. All right, next one is from Moose VFX. I low-key don't have good song choice, so don't clown it type shit. I don't know how to CC, so if your eyes start bleeding halfway through, my bad, I'm sorry again, sob. Uh-oh, what are we about to watch?
Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, this is the thumbnail. Okay, look, it wasn't bad, but it was like very, very, very red, I will say. I see what he meant about the color correction, but my eyes weren't bleeding. Or maybe they were, and that's why I was seeing red.
Okay, we are seeing a theme of red here. It's all red. The flow works pretty nicely. I think overall you had really good flow. Pacing I won't comment on, but I mean I would have done it differently, but your pacing is totally fine. Some issues I saw is the composite that happened in the beginning clip. I don't think it's necessary. I felt like it doesn't feel that intentional to me, and it feels really just slapped on just because I have nothing to do. And it's the same with the lens flare thing that you did. I don't think it looks really good in this sense because your whole clip is red, and then you just have like a lens dirt that has green on it and blue on it. The basic is there, and the flow is there, so pretty well done.
Actually, I don't mind the composite that much. It's just a little bit of extra flair. I don't think it feels too forced, at least for me. The flow is overall pretty nice. I think I already commented on this, but it's just extremely red. Visually, it doesn't take away from it too much. Yeah, the flow's good. The basics are pretty good too, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Overall, not bad. I like this one. The next one is from datwave, and he says that he's still very new to editing, but I hope you like it. Also, thanks for hosting this. You know what? You're welcome, datwave. You're very welcome.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Fuck being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Need you a man, baby, I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction, that's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Hey, hey. that beat. Niggas second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
Damn.
You know what? I actually liked it a lot. Especially this guy said he was a beginner, right?
This edit is very well done. The main thing that's kind of weird is probably your velocity having a lot of warps in a lot of places. I would encourage you to fix that through higher FPS clips. But otherwise, I feel like, yeah, I can't really comment on the effect usage. I think they are really good and it fits the style a lot, and I think it's overall really clean. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't have much to say about this one. I think this one's really good.
I mean, I completely agree. I mean, this guy said he was a newer editor, but like, I can tell this guy has the passion, and that's what matters when you're a newer editor. Like, he's trying out all the effects that he wants to try out. Like that TV off, where it zoomed out, it was a TV. He turned the TV off and the audio cut with it. I thought that was really creative. Obviously, basics will need some work, but that'll happen once this guy gets more experience. I don't mind the pacing too much, actually. I think there was only one thing that threw me off, and it was like at the beginning where it's like the beat started going hard and he just started reloading the Bucky. I was just like, damn, wasted potential.
Yeah, that's true.
But that threw me off. But then after that, it was like, it was pretty good. I honestly really like this one. It's very creative. It's very well done. I can see the vision that you had, and the vision that you had, you executed it pretty well. Fourth one we got from swagman55. He said, I don't even know, or he said, I don't know why I even thought of submitting this. It looks like I was practicing basics in this one with bad SFX Lamau. I had fun though, and good luck everyone. It's cut off. Good luck everyone participating. This was a WWW. Damn, WWW.
Absolutely.
Bro, it's about to be a URL.
That's crazy.
WWW. All right, let's watch these.
The perch stuck in the dope, from out the city, as nigga vote that poppin' out with that glitz. I'm trapping this shit, got a price to get hit. I'm from the south side, but hell nah, I'm no Billy. My amigo, they almost trapped out Mississippi. Lil' killer got kicked out of school with the Jimmy. Yo, nigga got kicked that back, act like a hippie. This perk in my body, my mind getting dizzy. R.I.P. Tristan, I swear that.
Okay, so basically this guy's link didn't work. So this is Future F recording my reaction, and Daniel will be recording his as well. So I just watched the edit, and I think a few of the things that I can comment on. The effect usage is really good. The basics, pretty good, on the better side of what we've seen so far. The color grade's too purple. I'm gonna talk about the basics again. I know I said the basics are like better than what we've seen before, but just like a few nitpicks. The pan crop is like really stiff for me. Like, this is a whole point. It's a random clip, and he's like spraying, and like everything leading up to that spray and the spray itself, like the pan crop and the shakes seem like very like lackluster. The basics could be worked on a little bit more in that sense, but overall the basics are good, I will say. It's just really purple, and the rest of the effects I like a lot.
Okay, this is totally my first time recording this. Very, very interesting. I think, yeah, the basic of the set is really well done. The CC works pretty well. I think at some point the exposure is a little bit too much. You just can't really see what's happening. My overall issue with the edit is the pacing. I reckon the pacing of the edit is a bit inconsistent at times, and it feels a bit rushed. The other thing I say is some effect usage was a bit questionable, but I think it's not too big of a deal. Overall, this edit is really well done. My main advice for you would be just to try more different things and be more creative with effect usages. I think you're capable of a lot more than what you made here, so well done, and just keep doing your thing.
Not Sage Man is the one who submitted this next one. He said, please give me an honest opinion and make more editing tutorials for effects and stuff.
I've been in my A so long, I think it's time to turn it on. This passion in my body raging on me like a quiet storm. I've been stuck surrounded by these niggas blazing on the road. I can't fuck with her because she says she don't know how to.
Okay, that was something. That wasn't like that. I don't think that was bad. I think it could have been better in a lot of areas. Admittedly, this feels like one of those edits where it's like spam framers until it looks better. But I don't think it was that bad. The velocity isn't perfect. Some of the effects are nice. Like this little mini color grade for this one clip, I think it worked. Overall, not bad. I don't know. What do you think, Daniel?
The CC, like you said, like some of these, made some great contrast. I feel like it does give the edit a bit more interestingness to it. But mainly, yeah, it's the basic that kind of ruined the edit. It's mainly the framers felt like, yeah, you just kind of slapped them on and you didn't really think about why to use it and what to use in certain times. Yeah, that kind of took the flow away from it. And the PC, in my opinion, moves around too much. It's like it's moving left, right, up, down, and it's ruining the focal point for me. Yeah, I mean, overall, the edit is not bad, but I do think the basic needs some work.
The framers, like the scratchy effect thing, was like rotating progressively, or not like it would just go at a different angle each time, and I think that's part of why the pan crop looks like it's going like so far left and right, because like the framer is really accentuating that, which like I can see the vision, but it makes it kind of hard to track what's actually happening in the clip. But overall, not bad. I think there's just a lot of room for improvement. Next up,
cool,
we got from nathing. I don't know. I was cooking until it burnt. Fire emoji. Bro. Wait, okay. Okay.
Gotta open the case mid. Yeah, okay, so overall, I think the edit is good. I can see the basic is developing. Overall, it's looking good. The CC is a bit boring to me. It doesn't fit the song. It's kind of just desaturated and a bit like metally. My main issue is with the pacing. I think the pacing overall is a bit boring, and it's like the same beat changing at the same time. Basic wise, I think your shake is pretty similar in terms of intensity, and that took a lot away from me, because obviously you don't want the same intensity on like a reload than a kill. The kill obviously need more intensity, but yeah, the overall kind of edit feels really bland and just not interesting. That's probably the main thing. But the basic is there and it's funny, so that will be bonus point from me.
I mean, I liked it. The basics were not perfect. I think partly because you're probably a little bit newer, but a lot of the velocity graphs for stuff, just it feels kind of sharp, and you can tell it's a little not as smooth as it could be, but I think that'll come with time. I agree with what you said for the color grade. The song is kind of like fun and like upbeat and bubbly, and then the color grade's kind of like this cool toned down vibe. The end was pretty funny, I can't lie. And you got friends. That's something that no Valorant editor can do. So I mean, that should be like
true.
That should be like its own award, separate from the video on its own. Congrats on having friends, dude. For real, overall, not bad. There was one point where the text showed up, and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." But I think I don't know what it said, because it's in Japanese, I think. But like, I still thought it was cool. I thought it looked good. This guy could be goated in the future, maybe. I don't know. Good start though. Next up, we got Reflexer, and he said https drive.google.com / Bro, you just sent me the link in anything you wanted to say. I don't think that's what you're supposed to put there, Reflexer, but all right, man. Minus points for that is crazy. All right. Hey, so future F again. I actually clicked on that link that he sent in anything he wanted to say, and he actually did say stuff in that link, so here it is.
So I want to give a special thanks from the F Discord server feedback, Daniel, Kaiser, Joash, Uzukin, Shampire, Ronald, and Swagmaster55. Almost forgot Daryl, MLOK, for all the feedback they gave me on improving in editing. Thanks, guys.
I feel like you're up to something. Fuck that you're up to something. Scandalized. Taste my bitter heart, no one makes you blush. Something is right. This happiness and the attention you don't.
That was the cat. All right.
Oh. Cat's minus point.
Minus point.
Nah, you probably haven't seen the edit, but I do. This is an IV, I believe. I can see that the basic is developing. My tip for you is to not touch compositing until you have developed your basic more. because right now there are way too much things going on. Like there's a composite where everything on the screen isn't blurred, which kind of just, yeah, I just don't know where to look. A lot of these composites aren't so polished, but I would believe this is partially you're not too familiar with the software yet. So yeah, like I said, I would recommend you to be more familiar with the software and focus on working on basic other than trying to do composites. I mean, some of these composites have cool idea. Yeah, the execution is just not there for me.
I mean, I agree with that. I think that, like you said, work on basics then compositing, because there were a lot of composites that I see the vision, like I see what you're going for, but it's just a little bit of a miss for me. I think the basics could be a little bit stronger. And the rain composite specifically, rain is like a rain composite, especially since you move like 3 times while it's raining. That's really hard to do. So I agree, you should hold off on that a little bit. I will say, there was one sound effect at the start that was slightly off sync and it threw me off. And then I kept watching and specifically listened for sound effects and was like, wait a minute, there's only sound effects on like 10% of the things happening. So I was like,
That's true.
yeah. After that, the sound effects that you did add weren't bad, but I don't know.
Yeah.
All around, it's like, if this was like one of those skill trees in a video game, you're like a little bit developed in all the areas. Like there's no one strong thing that's standing out,
Yeah.
and there's no one thing that's really holding you back. Overall, not bad. We got another edit here from Spring Yearn, and he said
I
what
know
he
this
said,
guy.
what he said is really long. He said, "I'm really glad to be part of this editing competition. This project took me 6 days to complete, and I truly enjoyed the creative process. It's been 2 months since I last edited a full video on DaVinci, so it felt great to dive back in and give it another go." I'm stuttering so much. So it felt great to dive back in and give it another go. I've always felt
There we go.
that the Valorant editing scene isn't short of talented creators, but truly unique, eye-catching pieces are still quite rare. That's why I've been experimenting with some more distinctive styles. I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, thank you for
I
the
think,
nice, short and sweet message, man.
Wasting judges' time, -point.
Minus points
Anyways,
for that is crazy work.
I need a bit to process that. You can go first.
Yo, that was really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna process that for a second. Opening with the 3D and like basically doing. Okay, this edit was mostly 3D. For the last competition, would have been a bad thing. But this time, since the rules are a little bit more laid back, I will say this was executed really nicely. This opening cinematic is just beautiful, dude. Like, damn. I don't know too much about 3D, so Daniel, I'm sure you'll speak a little bit more about that.
Yep.
The 3D was integrated really nice. There was one point, it was the Haven seaside clip where there's like the little fishbowl lens on top of the 3D. You really feel the space here. I don't know how to explain it, but you just, and it zooms out too. You can like, the atmosphere is really built with just this. I will say though, I don't know what effect this is, but like it looked a little messy in some frames. Like it's this effect that's like trying to make everything look cartoony. When it settles in, maybe this is intentional, but for me, this like one frame just looks really messy. But once it smooths out, it looks a lot better.
So first of all, it appears that this is your first time making a full DaVinci Resolve edit. So that is an automatic -point from me. So you automatically get a 0, by the way. So anything I said will not matter. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. Anyways, so first of all, I don't know the meaning behind putting your logo both at the beginning and the end. just to make sure it's your edit. I mean, sure. But okay, so the opening sequence 3D is really good in my opinion. I think it's pretty well executed, but that's pretty much it. I feel like all the other 3D doesn't fit the atmosphere that you're going with. I feel like there's too big of a contrast between what you're doing with the clip and what you're doing with the 3D that they pretty much doesn't match, and that kind of just, I feel like the overall edit would have been a lot better just without those 3D scenes than if you just edited. But overall, I think the editing part is really good. Some effects I wouldn't personally do. I feel like it's just too much. That's my main thing. I think the editing is really good, but the 3D dragged down my score, or it will drag down my score. It dragged down your score, and especially the ending sequence. Like, it just feels really lazy that you just did a zoom out and kind of kept zooming out without doing anything with it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say. I feel like, yeah, it would have been better if you just edited throughout instead of doing a lot of these 3Ds that doesn't match with your editing.
Nadir edits. I want honest ratings to my edit and what areas I can improve. Brutally honest, trust. Bro, we're being honest.
Oh
We're
boy,
being
oh
honest.
boy,
I
oh
was
boy,
honest
oh
in the
boy.
last one, and I'm gonna be honest in this
Okay.
one. I'm speaking my mind. Right?
I'm gonna crush this edit in half.
Oh my gosh, Daniel.
If I had to tell you one last thing, I'd still wish you the best. I just hope that you know I could be fine so
Okay, brutally honest scores incoming. Daniel, I'll let you take this one first.
Alright, okay. We start with the good things. This actually reminded me back to like those kind of 2023 to 2024 edit, which is not a bad thing. I feel like it is clean, and yeah, it's overall a satisfying watch. The main issue here is at the pacing and the scene selection. It felt like a lot of the times you kind of just cut it from one clip to the other without thinking how they can connect. So like if there's a certain point where you did a vandal reload and then that just cut it to a sheriff shot, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, yeah, that obviously doesn't flow really well. Clip selection, I'll also be careful, as sometimes you used right-handed guns and sometimes you use a left-handed gun, which looked a bit weird, but I mean, it's not too big of an issue. The sky glow was a bit too much for me. Like, I kept on looking at the sky because it's just so bright. The basic is dead though. I like the basic. Honestly, yeah, the set is actually a lot better than I expected. When like at the beginning, I thought it was going to be bad. It turned out to be actually really good. I don't know how I felt about the blurs though. The blurs is,
Yeah, I think the blurs, like you said, you don't know how you felt about them. I think they're a little bit messy. I do see the vision. I think they could just be executed a little bit nicer. I agree with you though. Like the pacing is what really like stood out for me. Like I appreciate that this guy's trying to like switch up the pacing here and there, but some of it was just like a lot at once, or just like one really slow frame on something that we didn't need to slow down on. Some of the pan crop, I feel like you just randomly zoomed into nothing, and then I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Like, I don't know why it's zooming in so much. I don't know. I think other than those little pan crop issues, most of the basics were fine. Like you said, it was a completely enjoyable watch. Like, I was vibing the whole time. Just a few things that visually stand out, or a few things in pacing that will take you out of it for a second, but I think you managed to bring me back, so it's not that bad. Yeah, if you want me to be brutally honest, really, it isn't that bad, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree.
Next up, sturx. Okay, I lost motivation when I draged the clip into the timeline. I spent a good 5 hours ish on this garbo. No 3D cause lazy. My PC crashed 8 times when making this. Thank you and enjoy.
I'd rather spare you the details, my love. Oh, I'd rather lie than lose you. I'd rather lie. I'd rather lie than lose you. I'd rather lie. I'd rather lie than lose you.
Oh my god.
Okay, I really like that actually. You can go first.
The edit is really good. I don't know how I feel about the starting framer flashing on the scope in. That just doesn't work for me. The effect usage is really unique. I really like the part where chroma thing that moved around, and yeah, that thing was really cool. There's a certain point where your sheriff changed from left hand to right hand, but I mean, it's a bit weird. But the edit is really good. I feel like the framers need work. Some dent just doesn't work there. Like those fisheye warp, whatever, doesn't work. But I feel like the edit, yeah, it's really good. It's really solid. The basic is there, everything is there. The effect usage, creativity is there. Yeah, I think obviously the edit would have been elevated more by 3D, but lazy, which I guess is fair. But yeah, the edit didn't stand out to me too much though. It's just, it looks pretty normal, but yeah, it didn't kind of go crazy specifically in one aspect. That's probably my main issue. But yeah, probably go crazier on effects, honestly. I think you have the potential to do it. Yeah,
I agree with some things, but I probably like this one a lot more than you did. But I will say, the opening scope thing, we didn't really get to see the kill. I wish we got to see the first kill, and then the scope flashing was for the second kill, not like a after image of the first one, so we could actually see what's happening a little bit. But I still like the idea. Like, I like the creativity there. I think it's a cool effect. Daniel said it didn't stand out in a lot of ways, which in some parts it didn't. Like, sometimes it started feeling a little flat, like you could have done more. But there were moments that I did actually think stood out. Like, that's flashing framer on the scope. I did actually like that, probably more than you did, Daniel. But I also liked, like, after this op thing, this op kill, the neon arm, like, I don't even know what this faded into. Faded into like,
yeah, this thing was crazy. This was like my favorite part. This is crazy. I do think it could have been executed a little better, but it was like, the idea is so there, like the vision is so there.
I like it because, like,
yeah, this is beautiful.
You
honestly.
feel like you're losing the neon hand for a second, and then like you're seeing the light, like you can track the movement that you're going for, and then like, I don't even know if this was intentional, but like it almost faded into the Viper wall. I don't even know if you meant to do that or not, but I thought that part was really beautiful. This sheriff clip with the Viper wall, other than the transition, it is a little pointless. We're not even looking at it. This guy already got 2 kills in this clip. If you look at the top right, so I don't know why you're showing us the reload now, but I did like the transition, so I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Contrary to what you said, Daniel, like, I actually don't mind when people switch from left to right hand. I think it adds a little bounce if it's done correctly. This one is a little sudden, so maybe not this one, but like, I see the vision is what I'm trying to say. But I just wish that this sheriff clip, the first sheriff clip with the Viper wall, had more of a purpose than just transitioning. But I like the transition so much to the point where I'm not too mad about it. I enjoyed the whole thing.
That's true.
I enjoyed the whole thing, even if like there were some dry moments. I pretty much enjoyed the whole thing. It managed to bring me back if it was losing me a little bit. Overall, I really like this one. Next one.
Oh boy.
Ssorsa.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Never seen that guy before.
Really? Never. Subscribe to Ssorsa and watch the compositing tutorial. Alright, man. Alright.
Always pitting myself up. You to feel important. No, I'm never gonna take that job. I can't be rewarded. Go re-record it. I've been
wearing a demon. Barely been eating. Scrolling all night. That's why I can't get the grieving.
Baby, don't be my crush when the shit get gory. Got that pretty record. Jump from purgatory. See, heard the story. I've been
wearing a demon. Barely been eating. Scrolling all night.
Oh my days.
Alright.
Okay. Oh my days. Damn. Okay, that was no doubt the most creative edit that we've seen. Everything worked out really well. I know there's a content-aware fill there that, well, it wasn't that noticeable, so don't worry. I felt like you could have done more. The edit is good, and I can't really comment on it. I felt okay. So basic could have been better. I think the execution could have been better, but I do think you could have done way more in this edit, and that's the only thing I'm mad about. I felt like this had more potential that you could have just dived more into creativity. No, overall the edit is really good, but yeah, I can't comment. I just felt like you could have done way more.
I will say I did like this a lot. I like the opening sequence a lot. Transition into whatever this Ferris wheel clip is, and then the Killjoy 3D. But once the Valorant started, I will say it felt a little bit flat to me almost, because it was like there's no color grade, or if there is, it's like not that noticeable. The effects are a little lackluster. The basics they're definitely not bad basics, but I think they could have been a little bit better, like a little bit smoother in some areas. Not bad though. That first op kill kind of took me out of the flow a little bit, because it just felt a little too sudden almost. The basics could have used a little bit of work, but I did like all of the effects that you used on like the jet knives, and then the vandal later on, especially too. The vandal breaking, like that was my favorite part personally. I thought that part was really cool. And the 3D throughout, I thought all the 3D was good. The vandal breaking was definitely my favorite part. I just wish that the things happening behind, like these little cool composite effect kind of things, transition things, I just wish what was happening behind it. Obviously you don't want what's happening behind it to steal the show, but I just wish the background was a little bit more like engaging, so when there wasn't a transition or a cool effect, I could watch the Valorant edit and be like, whoa, everything's nailed down perfectly. Everything that you tried in terms of like creative risks that you took, I guess, with like these effects that were kind of out there, you executed them perfectly, so I can't be mad about it. Next up, we got Shampire, or Venom Reaper Gaming.
Oh, Venom Reaper Gaming.
Venom Reaper Gaming. I remember making fun of that logo in the last one, bro. Oh my gosh.
That's plus points for the name. Plus point for the name.
If I see that YouTube logo where Venom Reaper Gaming like opens up from the middle with like that character again, that's an instant 20 out of 10. Alright, he said, I know the flow changes. It's on purpose. Also, have a great day. Smiley face. You know, I will have a great day. Even though it's 11 at night, I'll have a great day just because of you.
Yeah.
I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but pay out me legit. No 40 water, tell him.
Your duty is not over.
I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This many love if I had to. Got 2 keys with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. This art lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, jump.
Okay, Logan, hurry up.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
I have some thoughts, some things that did work and some things that didn't work. Daniel, you want to go first?
Sure. It's a long edit, and yeah, I appreciate long edits. I appreciate the effort you put in. The edit overall, you know, the flow is nice. I think the basic is there. The issue is probably, that compositing took a lot away from me. I felt like it's not really necessary. Second thing is the sheriff feeler. I felt like a lot of them doesn't work because it kind of just went straight back down instead of staying on the recoil, which took a lot away from the impact. And overall, like the first half was really decent, and the later half, the pacing I felt was a bit rushed, and it starts to get faster for no reason. That's pretty much all. The effect usage is mostly nice. I felt like some text worked really well.
This composite reminded me of something, and then I realized what it was reminding me of. I think it was your own edit. It was your own edit from the last competition where you did the exact same composite, and I specifically remember saying in the video that I didn't like your particles, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact same overlay, and like I don't like the composite for the exact same reason. It's the exact same issue I had last time, I have again this time. And like Daniel mentioned, the sheriff velocity was the one thing that like took me out of it the most. It's like the sheriff is going down too early, and it's like I feel like the sheriff's not moving enough for me to feel the impact of the kill. Color grade, it just looks a little oversaturated. It's not anything special. And the flow, I did like that you actually tried to change it up a bit, but there was one part at the end that specifically threw me off because you pulled out a cipher cam, and I looked at a cipher cam for like 5 seconds, and then in like the next second 10 kills passed by, and I was like, whoa, that part was a little weird. But everything before that, the flow was a little bit better. The basics just could use a little bit of work, and the composite, bro, stop using those particles. Or if you're gonna use particles that are 2D, slow down the clip more. So if the particles are still and your character's moving, that's what really takes me out of it personally. Overall, not bad. You can keep getting better. I will say this text here, the little like, I like the transition idea. Could have been a little smoother maybe, but like I like the creativity, and we get points for that here.
Yeah.
So pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, just a lot of things to work on this one. But oh yeah, the 1v5 thing felt too slow, and the sound effect felt very out of it. Oh, and the Sage voice line sound effect also took me out of it a little bit, because it was louder than all the other sound effects for some reason. But I digress. It wasn't bad. Next up, we got
Bored.
Bored is bored.
No clue who that is.
I wonder who Bored is. I don't know who this guy is. He said, I have mixed feelings about this edit. You know how it is. Execution is kind of ass. Well, we'll be the judges of that. Quite literally.
Have a self-hatred.
Holy.
Okay, you can go first.
I did like it overall, and I like the effects, and I like the framers. The framers at the start with whatever that weird little head thing was, I thought that was really cool. There were a lot of overlays that you overlaid that just looked really cool. And I think there was a countdown here, because this is an upside down 5, I think, and then it counted down, maybe. There's a 6, no, 5.
6, 5.
I swear there were
Would have
numbers
been better
in
if
there.
it was 6, 7, but
I will say the depth map thing, I thought it was cool, but I thought it was a little too much because I can't even see the clip anymore. I can only see the gun really, but I did like it. It looked good. It just made the clip unrecognizable at some point. The flow was pretty cohesive from start to end. I like that much. The basics were good. The theme was consistent. The effects look good. It's just hard to tell it's Valorant at some point. Those are my thoughts.
yeah, like you said, basic is there. Basic's really good. The effect usage is there. Execution-wise, there are things I've done differently, but I feel like it was overall cohesive and good. The main thing that took it away from me is, like you said, the depth map. I'm literally just seeing the gun. That's literally all I'm seeing most of the clip. So the effects is cool. I mean, by no means is that a bad thing. I do like how you're trying to be different. I feel like you are trying to be more creative and stand out from the rest, which I really liked. But I just felt like you could have done a lot more with the depth map. The depth map just felt really just slapped on and not intentional. You could have at least done something with like maybe changing the depth sometimes. But yeah, this one just felt really abrupt. But I mean, everything else is good. I feel like the glow is good and the flow is good. The effects are good. Just a bit short, but that's all.
All right, next we got Connor, and he says, oh, he left a long message. You said hi. Damn, bro.
Damn, bro.
That's the whole message. It's just hi. I like that.
I'll start first.
Okay.
This edit, I believe, is the first edit that, well, at least on my first watch, I didn't find any mistakes or anything objectively wrong with this. So I will start talking more about my ops. I think the transform, you did a double exposure, which is fine, where like a lot of these transforms have really high exposures. I'm not a fan, but I know some people are a fan, so it's okay. Second thing is, it's a bit too stiff for me. The edit is a bit too stiff for me. I feel like you could have loosened it up a bit. The velocity, it just moved too much. I think that's my main issue. 3D is really good. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes the brightness kind of flickers too much, like the darkness and the gains. You kind of it has too much contrast, which makes the edit a bit harder to look at. But overall, yeah, this was really good. I can't comment on it. This is really good.
I like it a lot. I think the 3D was integrated in a way where it's not just like, oh, big 3D scene, big Valorant scene, big 3D scene. Like, it's just integrated nicely and it flows well the whole time. There's no like breakup moments. It's like you use it after maybe the final kill of a clip or something, and it's a nice little transition. And I will say, Daniel commented that it's really bright. That might be a negative for him, but I actually think, especially with the song being as upbeat and happy as it is, I think it fits really well. And especially some of these effects. I don't know if this is the same effect that I commented on for that. I think it was Spring Yearn earlier. You use this little like I don't know, it's not cartoony, but you use this like enhanced glow thing, but you use it just on the gun, and it lets. Also, I think it's upscaled.
Wait, is that it's S auto paint, if it's S auto paint, that would have been funny.
I don't know, I have no
It's a
clue.
meme.
Yeah, the 3D was integrated really nicely. Like you said, there's nothing like objectively wrong because the basics are good. Compositing is subtle, but it works really well. Actually, there was one composite at the end that looked really nice with the mist. That was nice. It looked really good.
Yeah.
And the flow overall was really good. I know you said it was a little stiff, which I might agree with. And you also said that the velocity was moving too much. I don't think either of those actually were bad on their own. I just think it's the fact that the velocity was moving a lot and then the pan crop was moving too little, so they kind of contrasted in a way that like maybe combat a little bit. But for me personally, I didn't even notice it. That's just me trying to like put reason to what you said, I guess, Daniel. But for me, that didn't take anything out of it. I like this edit a lot. Kept me engaged from start to finish.
I know you, Connor. So I do think, since I do think you're capable of more. Like it's the same with the ssorsa edit. I felt like you know the software really well, and you've been editing for a while. I do think you're capable of doing more effects rather than just sticking with S auto paint and these compositing. I do think, just try to go crazier. I felt like overall really well done. So
and then last one we have here from Statik, SPFX. What is SPFX? What the heck? Okay. This is also a longer message. Loki needed to start editing again, so the conf was a perfect opportunity for that. Apart from the late submission, my bad, lol, had things in the way. I had fun experimenting around. So here's to my 4th edit. Good luck, everyone. 4th edit, interesting. Well, hopefully it's good.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. You grown, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just wanted somebody in. My security shit, they think we.
I know that she ready. She'll find out tonight. I got a feeling we finna be close. I got a feeling you already know. Baby, let me take control.
Damn, bro put my name in the edit.
Okay,
It's the first time I've seen that. Alright, so what I have to say is the basics need a little bit of work, but I did enjoy the edit start to finish. It's just some of the basics, some of the sheriff clips. We saw it with someone else earlier on, I forget who it was. Sheriff just moves down a little bit too early and takes me out of it. So the basics could use some work. You said it's your 4th edit, so that's completely understandable, but I also said this for someone else. I guess I'm running out of original things to say, but the passion is there. Like, you did this transition thing, which was actually really smooth. Like, I wasn't expecting it, but when it happened, like, I wasn't expecting it in a good way, you know? And then when it happened, it was like a nice shock factor instead of me being like, oh, like, that shouldn't have been placed there. I was like, oh, wow, like, that was actually really nice. So the transitions were good. I just think that the basics could use a little bit of work. The color grade, if there is one, is kind of subtle. Other than that one transition though, and like a few bits of text, I think you could have done more. Like, I think you might have spent all your time on just like one small transition and then left the rest of the edit and just left that one moment to shine. It looked good, so I can't complain about that one moment. I just wish that the rest of, especially after the transition, I feel like whenever I make an edit, I guess this might just be what I do personally, but when I make an edit, if I do like a transition part, everything after the transition, it really picks up. Like, visually, it's keeping you captivated because you just like initiated like a visual spark, and then you got to keep that like eye candy going till the end, in my opinion. But overall, other than the basics, it's not that bad.
yeah, like you said, I feel like the basic does need work, but I don't think it's too terrible. I don't think you have to work on it a ton. You can work on it like sometimes, but I felt like what really stood out in the edit is obviously the mode graph that you did with the transitions and stuff, which I believe that if you enjoy doing these things, you should focus more on doing these things other than basics. Because to be frank, if you can make those things on your 4th edit and the execution was really good, by the way, I do feel like you should just keep on doing those things, or maybe even consider switching to full mode graph. But again, I won't speak for you. But yeah, overall the edit is really enjoyable. The Valorant editing is the biggest issue for me, but the effects is really good, the mode graph is really good. So yeah, I do think if you work more on those, I feel like your edit can be really unique.
Alright, what's up guys? Me and Daniel tallied our final rankings, so here are the 6 edits that got above a 7. In 6th place, with a score of 7.2, we have Statik, SPFX. Next up, in 5th place, we have Ssorsa with a score of 7.21, barely beating Statik. In 4th place, we have Sturx with a score of 7.64. Number 3, getting into the top 3 now. 3rd, we have yearn with a score of 7.67. I really enjoyed this one. I like all the 3D cinematics a lot. It's basically just a mini movie. So congrats yearn. But moving on to number 2, we got Bored with a score of 8.481. I really love the theme of this one. I think yearn and Bored, in my opinion, had the best themes. I like the little countdown framers, and like upon rewatching, I like caught a lot of little like messages he hid in some of the framers, because I had to rewatch all the edits to give them numbers for their scores. Rewatching this one was really fun. I just wish I could see the clip a little more, because the depth map was really strong. Okay, so number 1 with a score of 8.487, we have connr. Basics are beautiful. Song choice really fits the edit that you were going for and the style that you were going for. Everything that you did do, it worked really well. The 3D was integrated really nicely, and the little composite at the end was really nice. So congrats connr, and congrats everyone else that participated. The full scores will be linked in the spreadsheets in the description below. One of them is mine with the totals for me and Daniel, but one of them is also just Daniel's breakdown on his own. We each have our own comments for every single edit in each of those links. So thank you all for participating, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.